The Seattle Spaceman entering year 2, the 2019-2020 season. Year 1, we missed the playoffs by 3 points with an 89-point season. We were built heavily on defense in the offseason. We signed Doughty and Seguin to join the team, putting $24 million into those two players. If we take a look at the lines heading into year 2, we got James Van Riemsdyk, Seguin, Connor Sheary on the top line, Andrew Shaw, Ryan Donato, Jasper Fast on the second line, Kyle Clifford, Colton Sissons, Nick Cardiles, Tyler Bertuzzi, Peter Yelenic, and Tyler Pitlick. Yelenic's 35. He is supposed to be on the bench for Wheel. Scratch. So Yelenic is supposed to be there as I keep veteran players around. Gianta also there, second year at the team. And on defense, we've signed Brooks Orpik, as we've got Drew Doughty, John Carlson, Ryan Murray, Rasmus Dahlin, Adam Larson, and Mike Riley. And we also, in the offseason, signed Semyon Varlamov, and we've got Korpisalo as the backup. Korpisalo's on a long-term deal. Varlamov's only signed to 2 or 3 seasons. So we're using Varlamov as an insurance policy, more so. And we just recently, go over to news. We won 6 in a row in the preseason, so we're ready for opening day. We start the season off with a 3-game road trip. Hopefully we can pick up some wins in that period. So we'll go to the end of the first month, see how the team is stacking up. Okay. And right off the bat, Rasmus Dahlin gets hurt. And we go 2-0-1 on the road trip. And we win our season opener with a 5-4 shootout win. Jordy Ben's going on waivers, eh? 77 overall, 1.2 million. Decline. And Ryan Donato got hurt. So our first loss coming on the 25th. Carolina wants to flip. Or Calgary wants to flip us. Carolina's third in Holland for Calgary's third in 2021. I'll decline that trade. That's lines. So an 8-1-1 start to the first 10 games of the season. I'm happy with that. Tyler Seguin leading team, 11 goals, 7 assists, 18 points. We're 3 points up. And Yelenic is getting the playing time. So, can I do this? Roster moves. So I don't want a young guy being wasted. So I'm gonna send Yelnick down to the AHL because I want Well to be playing. He's a better player overall. So after the first month of the season, let's take a look at stat player stats. So Tyler Seguin's 18 points, leading the team. John Carlson with 11 assists in 10 games. He hasn't scored yet. Doughty with 5 and 5 for 10. Fast on second line, he's got 10 points. Van Riemsdyk's got 9. Sissons, Sherry has got a goal and 7 assists. Murray, well, Donato. Giunta hasn't played. Flip to the AHL. And CJ Smith is scoring up a storm there. Let's take a look at the goalies. That's kind of what I was hoping for, was a split this year. Carter Hart 2-2-1, with Garrett Sparks going 2-2. Flip over to the NHL. And Varlamov has 8-1 in 10 games. Korpisalo only played once, losing in overtime. He only played 18 minutes that game too, so they pulled Varlamov and Korpisalo got us into overtime. So hopefully Korpisalo gets some more playing time throughout the year. But I can't argue with what the team's doing, so. And we're back with another 3-game road trip to at least 3 games. Yeah, 3-game road trip to start the month of November. Let's get to December 1st. Ooh, and so far a bad road trip. And we just lost Varlamov to a concussion. So Carter Hart is going to get called back up to the NHL. He was called up twice last year, or 3 times last year. Ten, 3-1. Ooh. So we just got shelled by Detroit. But I did notice that Monster moves. It didn't prompt us to send Carter Hart back down, so. Hello, viewer. So let's get back. Seguin still 6 points over a point per game player. He had 92 points, I think, last year. Well, so at least we come back with a defensive win. Okay, so I want Holland and a second for a third, fourth, and Mike Camilleri decline. Tyler Bertuzzi's having a rough year this year. And we now officially have less players than we need in the NHL, so like we need to clear waivers. So. Okay, so we're 2 months in. We have a 15-7-2 record. Burnaby is 12-8-3. Our record is good enough for third in the division. We've fallen off a little bit, but we only trail 3 points behind San Jose and Vancouver, who are having a good rebound year. They were dead last in the division last year. Tyler Seguin is still 4 points over a point per game player. What do you want me to do? Repair. Seats. So far I'm happy with the way the team's going. Let's get to the end of December as we close out 2019, and we'll see how the team's standing at that point. Hopefully we can avoid a big fall off. I didn't even know Doughty got hurt. Oh, lost 1-0. So Shaw gets hurt. Bertuzzi's fully healed. Jesus. Wish I could just summarize them all in one. That's a 3-game losing streak. Break it with a shootout win. And we close out the year with a 1-0 loss. So twice that month we lost on the road 1-0. We're still 21-13-3. That puts us still third in the division. We're now 5 points back. We are 5 points up on a playoff spot, 7 points above being out of the playoffs. So that's actually not bad. I'm hoping to squeeze into the playoffs in our second year. So right now, let's say we play in San Jose Sharks, who have an identical record. So we'll get to the end of February. Oh, it's a leap year. Get to the trade deadline, and we'll see if we make any changes on this team. Oh, 8-1 win, 5-1 wins. Nice. 2-0 loss, and we come rebound with a shutout over to Las Vegas. Oh, Van Riemsdyk got hurt, but is ready. We just lost fast till mid-February. Ryan Sheehan for a second-round pick. Eight goals, 12 assists. Sheehan. He's in last year of his contract. We are tight against the cap, so I don't want to bring in a guy who I might have to try to re-sign. So. Unless they're willing to do it for that. Loss, win. Another loss. Burnaby is hit with a lot of injuries. Shootout win. 8-4 loss to Toronto. And interesting season, to say the least. Carter Hart just got hurt. Ugh. Pajot for a third. That's Pajot. 79 overall, -6. Just not worth it to me. We're probably going to be a buyer closer to the deadline, so. Jesus. Yes, I know, a lot of injuries. So Lewis and Sheehan for a 3rd and a 5th in next year's draft. For 2nd and 3rd in this year's. Trevor Lewis is not worth it. Riley Sheen is not worth it. Okay, so we were at the deadline. We are 38, 20, and 6. We've moved up to 1st in the division. Tyler Seguin is leading the team. We're going to try to see if we can pick up a better top line right winger. So let's go on the trading block. See what teams are offering. Roy and Morond offering picks, offering a prospect. Gosian and Lehner, Giordano, Hammer Cole, Trevor Van Riemsdyk, Rudell, Abramov, McLeod, Soderberg, Helm, and Abdelkader. Delano, Terry, Forbert, Lewis, and Muzzin, Stahl, Garland, and Zucker, Lingen, and Romaine, Lavoy, Cloud. A lot of left wingers available. Oh man, I can't believe they put him up. Oh wow, it's got full trade value. You're going to try John Carlson and a 1st round pick to bring in Patrick Laine. And it is a done deal. Wow. I did not expect that trade to work. I don't even think it's an overpayment for Laine. He is... ...21 years of age, locked in for 6 more years. We got rid of Carlson as he's hitting his declining years. We do need a defenseman now. I can't believe that deal. So now we gotta move out someone. Okay, let's look at our right side now. Fast, Shaw, Clifford, and Pitlick. Shaw's got 3 years left. But he has only played, he's played 52 games, 8 goals, 14 assists, 6 and 9, 7 and 4, 11 and 19. So yeah, we're going to try to move right winger. It might end up being Shaw who's going to get moved. Let's look at the trading block. Again. Oops. Humans available. Sherratt. Tampa I might come back to, but I don't find anything slightly better that I can use as a rental. Jake Muzzin. What's your trade value? Oh, okay, you're really high. So we're gonna have to give up a prospect. And give up Suzuki. Clifford. And a pair of seconds. Let's go into the future and give them the 2025 first. And a pair of thirds. So we bring in Muzzin. He's more likely going to be just a rental player. We got Doughty, Muzzin, Murray, Dolan, Larson, and Riley, with Orpik as the 7th defenseman. We got Patrick Laine, Fast, Shaw, Pitlick on the right side. Van Riemsdyk, Sherry, Cordelis, and Bertuzzi. Sherry only had 9 goals, playing mostly on the top line with Seguin and Van Riemsdyk. And then we got Seguin, Donato, Sissons, Wheel, and Yelnick. I'm over the salary cap right now. How? Okay, this is gonna be tough. Oh yeah, we were right underneath the cap. Okay, so we've got to clear up a little bit of cap space. New contracts. So we're only going to carry 6 defensemen. Unless someone gets hurt, I'll have to call someone up and be very careful. So we brought in Patrick Laine, who joins us, having a 48-point season, 23 goals, 23 goals, 25 assists. It's a down year for him, and we'll see if putting him with Tyler Seguin will spark some life into him. As we are loading up to make a run for the cup. So just a quick recap of recent moves in the NHL. Jake Muzzin acquired for Ryan Suzuki, Kyle Clifford, and some picks. Patrick Laine for John Carlson in a first. Hola, a second and a third for Spurgeon and a fourth. To Vega. Bouchard and Lyles Anderson for the Rangers. For Joel Pavelski, Nylander, and Nordstrom from Detroit. Minnesota acquired a second and a fourth from Pittsburgh for a third and Chris Weidman. San Jose acquired a fifth and Troy Brewhauer for a fourth. Braun Hansen and a sixth from the Sharks for a first and a third from Pittsburgh. So Sharks, I don't know what they did there. Anaheim acquired a second round pick, Witherspoon, and a fourth for Versteeg and a second. Second round pick, Kukkinen and Grifford for a second, and Evan Rogers. So a lot of picks being moved. Arizona acquired Mikko Koivu, Skadana, and Holland for a foot and a second. That's a huge move. Anaheim acquired third, fourth, and Borowski for a pair of thirds. Man, that's been some interesting moves. Well, let's see if we can stay in first in our division with the moves we made. And a 4-2 win right off the bat. That's fine. Our first loss since the trade. We lose 2 in a row and an overtime loss. A 6-4 win. 2-1 loss. Shootout loss, obviously a point. 2-0 win. Another overtime loss. Overtime win, sorry. One nothing win. 3-0 win. 5-1 win. Adam Larson just got hurt. Who knew? So we're just going to go best lines. You have a forward playing defense. And that forward is Tyler Bertuzzi. Gets put out on the defensive side of things for a couple games. It worked for the first, as we only took a 2 losses in that span. So 51, 23, and 8. That should be a 110-point season. We took the conference. Did not take the president, so I'm okay with that. Tyler Seguin popped in 50 goals and 43 assists for 93 points. Line A ended up with 27 goals, so he only scored 4 for us after coming over. Seguin off his pace of last year by 5 points. Not too bad though, but still another 50 goal season. Van Riemsdyk. He fell off by 5 points as well, but picked up more assists than goals than last year. Patrick Laine had a huge drop off from a 90-point season his final contract year. Drew Doughty actually went up in points and played a full season. Connor Sheary improved his assist totals, tied his goals from last year. Fast had a 14-point drop off, but he also wasn't playing the first line and played 6 less games. Muzzin improved his point totals from a year ago, still at a huge minus. Donato, not bad, 3-point drop off and played 3 less games. Sissons, 2-point drop off. Ryan Murray improved his point totals. Shaw improved, less goals though. Rasmus Dahlin had a drop off, but a plus 23 this year. That's what I want to see from a defenseman developing. Curtis, a better point total. Tyler Bertuzzi, yeah, I was expecting him to have a drop-off year. Pitlick, huge drop-off. He only had half as many points. Real. Oh, he played a full season in the AHL and called up to the NHL, plays 42 games. Larson, better plus minus, but drop off. Mike Riley played a full season, went plus 12. This guy, 35 years young and just making the NHL because I only signed him to a 1-year deal to be a veteran on the team. So let's take a look at goaltenders for the year. Orlov, 33, 18, and 6. 925 save percentage, 222 goals against average in 33 games. Korpisalo went 18, 10, and 2 with 5 shutouts, 238, 8 goals against average, and 926 save percentage. Carter Hart did get called up. He went 27, 15, and 8 in the AHL. 930 save percentage, 182 goals against average. And he did play 1 NHL game this year, giving up 3 goals, a 906 save percentage. So Carter Hart might be pushing Korpisalo out the door by the time his rookie contract comes up. And let's just switch back to the end. Regular season has ended. Okay. HL season has ended. Oh, we got both goals. Yay! save budget, because I know as we're getting ready to head into the playoffs, I want to upgrade and maintain the arena. And we're out of money already? Wow. Okay. And we pull the Dallas Stars in the first round of the playoffs. Our first playoff appearance after missing out last year. Whole team meeting. We're going to be very demanding, coach. We want us to play well. Mushrooms. Oh, Larson's playable hurt. Okay. That's good. So Larson should be in the lineup. Let's go edit lines. Best lines. So we're looking at James Van Riemsdyk, Tyler Seguin, Patrick Laine, Patrick Laine on the top line, Connor Sheary, Donato, and Fast on the second, Shaw, Sissons, and Cardiles, Bertuzzi, Wheel, and Pitlick on the third. And our defense is looking like Murray, Doughty, Musin, Dolan, Riley, and Larson. 3 left, 3 right. Oh. Okay, so we got 4 left shooting defensemen. That's okay. Let's flip over. Few lines. We're playing Dallas. So I got Ben, Brassard, Zuccarello. Brassard is hurt. Skinner, Shore, Gord, Yamrick, Fasca, Furland, Buron, Ritchie, Gurianov. So Jordy Ben's a big threat. Their top second line overall is probably better than my second. Even the third and fourth. Well, my fourth I think might just be able to outskate theirs. Halmerson, Honka, Lindgren. So they got similar style defense. And their best defense is on their second pairing. Interesting. And Bishop and Lettinen. Bishop only played 6 games. Oh, 70 games. So Bishop went 38, 26, and 6. 292 goals against average. If Lettinen does get in, 18, 4, 6, and 3, 892, 336. So if we can chase Bishop, we should win this series. Let's just go into play. Take a look at overall rankings for each team. So we've got the offensive and defensive edge. They've got the edge in net. And we just barely. So it's going to be our defense that should help us win this series. Something I do want to do is captain in jerseys. Van Riemsdyk, Seguin, and Dolan are alternates. We did not name a captain. So I'm okay with that. Right now, we did trade away our first captain, who was John Carlson. We then went in a completely different direction. So I'm okay with that. After trade captain, we didn't name a new one. I might name one in the off season. Let's see how well we do with the Dallas Stars as we look for game 1. And we are 8-1-1 coming into the playoffs. Dallas is 10-6-3. Let's take a look at the season series. Okay, so Dallas isn't in our division. We do not play them in October. We lost the shootout first time we played the Stars. So we're 0-1. Did not play them in December. Not play them in January. We get shut out by the Stars in February. So we're 0-1-1. So Dallas took the season series 0-1-1. So we have not beat the Dallas Stars this season. Yeah, shootout. Oh no, we beat them in the shootout. So we're 1-1. Shootout win there. And the 3-0 loss. So now we are getting set to play the Dallas Stars. We're in game 1 of the Stanley Cup Finals of Stanley Cup playoffs, and they get a power play goal from Skinner. Another power play goal from Skinner. They're up 2-0. Gord makes it 3-0. We're being outshot 15-10 after 1. We're down 3-0 early. We're heading into the second period. Another power play for Dallas. Finally kill one off. Then another power play. 5-on-3. 5-on-4. Fasca makes it 4-0. Dallas is all over us in game 1. Another power play for Dallas. Zuccarello scores. It's 5-0. And we're shot 30. Oh, Bertuzzi gets us on the board. Can we get one more for the moral victory? No. So Dallas just raped us. 5-1. Okay, they only scored twice on the power play. so muzzing is called for hooking. They score on the power play. Yeah. Then we kill off Morgan Riley penalty. Then we take 3 straight penalties in the second. Just as a... No, that expired. It's a high sticking penalty, and... No, that just expired. Okay, so... Who scored the Dallas power play goals? Fasca. Yeah, so Fasca scores on power play. Skinner scores. Bishop with a 966 save percentage. Bertuzzi from Doughty and Pitlick. Bertuzzi, who's scoring on his only shot of the game. And Bishop, your 3 stars. Fear of you. So we lose our very first playoff. James Van Riemsdyk, who scored the very first goal in team history. Jamie Benn makes it 1-0. 5-on-3. We are down 1-0 after 1. Further to Corpusalo getting the next game. Sissons makes it 2-1. Come on, where's my top line? So we're down by 1 heading into the third. We're shooting 21-20 in this game. Wheel ties it up. Gord makes it 3-2. Bertuzzi makes it 3-3. Pitlick makes it 4-3. Skinner makes it 4-4. Janmark makes it 5-4. Broussard makes it 6-4. And it looks like we're going to lose game 2. As Varlamov just cannot hold us into a game. Three stars. We outscored 4-3 in the third. And come on. Klinberg, Pitlick, and Bertuzzi. So more victories. We get 2 of the 3 stars. Our fourth line is doing well. We haven't even seen our top line on the board yet. Whole team meeting. We gotta do something to try to spark this team. We need to score first, is what needs to happen. And Donato gets a goal on Bishop to give us the 1-0 lead. But Ben ties it up. Van Riemsdyk gives us a 2-1 lead. And we lead by 1 despite being outshot 11-9 in the first. Corpusalo stopping 10 shots. Another power play. We don't get anything. They get a power play. We get another power play back. Ferland ties it up. Gord makes it 3-2. It doesn't seem to matter who we put in net. Ferland makes it 4-2. Shore scores on Varlamov. They pulled Korpisalo. And we are up against the wall as the Dallas Stars have taken a 3-0 series lead with a 6-2 victory. Ferland, Ben, and Radulov, your 3 stars. So we're into game 4. We're trying to avoid the sweep now. Our top line has done nothing in the playoffs. And Ferland makes it a 1-0 game. As the Dallas Stars look to sweep out the Seattle Spacemen. And we're down 1-0 after 1. Shots 14-10 in favor of Seattle. Patrick Laine, thank you for showing up. Ties the game up at 1. Tyler Seguin, thank you for showing up. Gives us a 2-1 lead. But Ferland ties it up for Dallas. And Ferland gets his second of the period. Dallas is up by 1, heading in the third, 20 minutes away from the sweep. Jamie Benn makes it 4-2. Zuccarello makes it 5-2. Seattle gets swept out of the playoffs. So our first playoff experience is not a good one, despite Pitlick trying to make it close. We lose 5-3 in game 4. And we get swept out. Ferland with a hat trick. Gord with 2 assists. And Connor Sherry gets a concussion. Pitlick and Bertuzzi led this team. Let's take a look at the stats on how poorly this team did in the playoffs. So we scored 2.5 goals per game, gave up 5.5. We scored 10 goals, gave up 22 in 4 games. We were 1 for 8 on the power play. 3 for 13 on the penalty kill. 76.9% penalty kill. Or, yeah. 12.5 power play. 76.9 penalty kill. Dallas, 23.1 power play. 87.5 penalty kill. Like they just ate us alive. Of the 10 goals that we scored, our top line of Seguin, Laine, and Van Riemsdyk scored 3. Pitlick and Bertuzzi, who I believe are both on the 4th line, led the team with 4 points apiece, 2 goals, 2 assists. We were just destroyed. Varlamov went with an .831 save percentage. 540, 8 goals against average, 6 goals against average. So in the off season, we're moving up both of those goaltenders, and we're going to look for someone new. They did well in the regular season, fell apart in the playoffs. Absolutely ridiculous. I brought in Varlamov because I needed goaltending, but I'm going to move Carter Hart up as the backup. He's my goalie of the future, or my goalie of now, so. And the Pittsburgh Penguins win the Stanley Cup with the Binghamton Devils winning the Calder. Cap going to $85 million. At that pitiful, we're going to knock $500 off every ticket. We don't have any picks in the top 16 or 15. You draft class. Might try to move up and get that Pierre Johnson. We retired players. Brian Jonta calling it a career at age 41. Brooks Orpik calls it a career, so two of the guys I signed just to be players to fill, so I could not have young guys as the bench players. All retired. That's what I want to see. Some games played. So a third guy signed. Jaspers or someone didn't retire. Ottawa goalies. McElhaney, Justin Pogue, and Paparel all retiring. Scott Hartnell has become a scout. And we were at the draft. So we're not going to get rid of the top four, which are Seguin, Doughty, Liney, and Dahlin. Jake Muzzin, you're going to go up, see if anyone just wants to try and negotiate with you. James Van Riemsdyk, you did nothing in the playoffs. You're going up on the block. them all if you're going up on a block. Draft board is looking like, okay, that's nothing. And we're going to start the NHL draft. Ottawa Senators, we're coming to talk to you. I'm not going to resign Muzzin, so we'll offer him to you. No, so I can get him. Let's try to go for the 4th pick. Toronto Valley can get that. Not much, so. So Janssen is an 82. '81 and a 78. Moen or A minus, A minus, A minus, B minus. We'll go with Mullen. 75. 6. Pick up number 10 pick by just flat out offering up Van Riemsdyk. Let's see if we can bring back Havari. Aaron. No, Arizona's too close to that cap. So we'll try for one of Calgary's picks. I noticed that. Calgary's got 7th pick overall. Flat out Van Riemsdyk for that pick. Okay. Carolina's 3rd as well. So the draft has gone 82, 81, 78, 75, 76, a 79 defenseman, 72, 72, 65, 65, 66, 65, 64, 65, 74, 72, 73, 66, 67, 70, 66, 65, 65, 68. Projected to go 23rd. There's no gems in this draft. I'll take a risk on that Sanders kid. He's a blood across the board. Pick made. I just picked up a 71 goaltender in the A. It's going to be awesome. He'll get signed right away. He'll be the new backup down there. Sim to next. Sim to user pick. So low elite. B, Y, C, C. Now you can put speed offensive instincts. Takes way seriously. Has an incredible drive to win. Loyalty is a concern. This is our last pick in this draft now. So for quick recap, we go Mullen 4th overall, Sanders 25th, Skinner 38th, Lindgren 60th, and Oman in the 3rd round. SHL goaltender. Strong. Dolan is entering the last year of his contract. Jake Muzzin, 5 years. I have 16 million. Thank you for your time, Jake, but you're done. Alright, Sherry, what are you looking for? 4.5 for 5 years. Come back to you because you had fast or fast drop off and yeah, you know what, you guys are getting old. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your time. Nick Kurdiers. Look, what did you do last year? Last 2 years. What are you asking for? 6. a little bit higher. Kirby Reichel. You know what, Kirby? I'll give you one more year. I'll give you the league minimum on two-way contract, just in case you don't work out. I give you 3 years. You went to 62. Ooh, Carter Hart on a 3-year extension on a two-way contract. Talbot, thank you very much for your service. I'm actually okay with that. Karen might move up. Pitlick might resign. I definitely do need a left winger. And I need stronger centers. So Skinner accepted his offer. Pitlick accepted his. Mullen accepted. Reichel accepted. Cordelis accepted. Henman accepted. Carter Hart accepted. That is awesome. So Dahlin and Larson and Reichel are the only guys on expiring deals. Really? Yeah, that's it. And let's look at goalies. So I think Carter Hart, you're going to come up and back up Corpusalo this season coming up, and hopefully you can steal the starting job. That is my plan. We need a good center and a left winger. And Neil Strip, the scout, accepted his extension. Taylor Hall is available, but that would cost everything I have. Garland, Hoffman is 30. definitely top line left winger. Strengthen centers, so I need a second line center. Do I go with Coyle or Granlund? Granlund, decent across the board on shots, decent durability, speed's nice, defense awareness is nice, offense awareness is nice, good poise. So 5 gives me Garland. If he goes, I'll start looking at I'll look at Marcus Gronlund. So I've targeted 2 guys. Connor Sheary decides to come back to the team. And Gronlund decides to go to Nashville. The other Gronlund signed, so Lindbergh. Very cool. And maybe I'll get Mrazek back up. And Eric Hula, coming with a last minute offer. There's one other team interested in him, and he signs with us. So we now have still got 5 million cap space. So. Robin Lanier. 1834 and 12 last year. Sick. 426 and 3. Oh, this is tough. Let's look at the contracts. What are you? Looking at 6 years, 6.6. I could use another left winger. And maybe a right winger. See if we can get two decent guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So an older guy around 70, because I want Mullen to play over Lintunemi, who's going to go back to the minors. Now Corposala falls on his face. Carter Hart gets the starter job. I just might be able to pull this off. Almost 6 million. So if I go after Ernie, two years, 2.25. Cost me a second round pick. Maybe I might be get his rights cheaper. So, Volkov is with Tampa, and the other guy I want is also with Tampa. So, let's see if I can make a trade. still need an older defenseman. So I'll advance a couple days. And Ernie accepts his offer, and Volkov accepts his. Been a solid HL defenseman his entire career. He might be willing to ride the bench in the NHL. Okay, now let's look at contracts. Yeah, I definitely need a center, so I can send Wheel down. I'm gonna send Reichel down, then McCarron, and call up Moen, and if he signs, that old guy. So let's look at free agents again. We want an older center who can play all the positions. But not be too good. Pulls playing time away. You can go Brooks Lake or McDonald or Ryan Callahan. Different Ryan, obviously. He's a grinder. He's too good. Okay, so you have to give Dolan a bridge contract apparently. Okay, let's get to the next season now. And Dolan accepts his 3-year extension, which will kick in. Decline. Yeah, come on. 3 sellouts, 20 home wins, 18 road wins, and we need to increase club seating. So we are now looking at Tyler Seguin, named team captain, Line and Dolan. Moen, I do not like your jersey number. Actually, you know what? I'm used to that from your days in Vegas. Connor Sherry. There. Ernie. She'll be 13. Connor Sherry. Let's give you number 9. Dallas. 12. Lock. 14. Hart 31. Now I gotta do some roster moves. What's the guy signed? So Connor Sherry, Tyler Seguin, and Patrick Laine is a playmaker, sniper. Bullock, two-way, playmaker, power forward. That's a good pair. Two-way, grinder. Two-way. And we flip over to defense. Murray, Doughty, Larson, left. Right, so Mullen, that's okay. So Corpusalo enters the season in 84. Carter Hart's at a 78. So hopefully he improves better. Now let's flip over to the A. So Ryko, Wheel, McCarron would have just been riding the bench in the NHL, so they're going to get more playing time down here. Noel. Everett Home. Sparks. Skinner. He is signed, so I'm just going to set the scouting for the season. So keep the same thing going. I'm only trying to look at guys up to 23 in the A. So they're still in the A, past 23, 25-ish. on the assignment. Okay, so So I'm going to be hiring 2 more scouts for the OHL and QHL and the Western Hockey League. One scout's going to look at play potential and comparison, and the other scouts are going to look at another option on the 50 players I select. So, if I look at playing style, strengths and weaknesses, skill assessment, character assessment, so I'll probably do skill assessment. again, the OHL. I have in order to hit options. There. Where's that right there? Oops. almost not as part of the game. Especially when you fuck up and forget. Do it a couple times. So I got 2 more scouts I got to assign once they sign, and they'll be looking at other aspects in the WHL and QHL, so I get better options on the Canadian players. There's not a lot. There's no good, decent scouts for the OHL left, so. If you're just joining us, we're going to year 3. We made the playoffs last year and missed out on the second round. Upgrade, maintain, repair, 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 and upgrade. Okay, so scouts those 2 scouts are signed. So I have potential, we're looking at skills. That's awesome. Alright. So I'm just gonna get to the preseason, see how the team's looking. Another strong preseason. 5-1 so far. And the preseason. 5-2, so not as good as last year or the first year. Still good enough for first in the division. Doughty with 9 points in 7 games. Every little bit going into arena operations, as we were asked to upgrade club seats in the off season. So advance to regular season, and this is the first year we're actually starting the regular season at home. So, quick recap as we hold a team meeting. These will be the lines for this year. Connor Sherry, Tyler Seguin, Patrick Laine, Volkov, Hula and Ernie, Cardiles, Donato, Shaw, Pitlick, Sessions, Bertuzzi, and once again our strength is with Ryan Murray, Drew Doughty, Adam Larson, Rasmus Dahlin, Mike Riley, and Henry Mullen cracking the lineup as a rookie, and officially promoting to backup. Corpusalo is a starter, and he's got Carter Hart just waiting to step onto him. Carter Hart winning a game in the preseason, giving up 2 goals, a .945 save percentage. He split time in the last 2 years. The first year he was back up in the A, became the starter. He's earned his right to be the backup in the NHL. With 11 NHL games, he's 6-5, over 900 save percentage for a young goaltender. That's nice. He's played 1 AHL playoff game. And if we look at Corpusalo, last year, first year he was a starter for us. He went 23-18-5, and then he was backing up Varlamov, who was a huge mistake in signing. But my big concern is Corpusalo does not have good playoff stats. So, but we're going to end it there, and hopefully we'll be back tomorrow with episode 3. Year 3, the 2020-2021 season. Have a good day, folks.